let's take a look at the facsimile version of Superman vs. Shazam, which came out a few months ago from this recording. It took me this long to get to it. Here is the original. And the original was $2 back in 1978, and this, of course, is $15. The colors appear darker, a little darker than in the original than they do for the facsimile. The facsimile is facsimile, of course, of all of this and all the interiors. Back in the day, you can see here that you can see the splotches where they just put ink on a general area, like all the blues bleed out here into the black. You see the text blocks have darker blacks behind them. All that's cleaned up in this version. And the thing about these oversized editions is that I feel like the ink tends to fade quicker on these. Like, I have some of the old Marvel paperbacks from this time, and they're still vibrant. This is nothing like that. So we'll take a look at the facsimile and sometimes compare to this. And of course on the back is the same back that you have for the facsimile. So these oversized editions were sold in the 70s in bookstores and grocery stores and toy stores, things like that. You see everything's cleaned up here. This was meant to be one big story made specifically for this format. Of course, this comic format is larger than a regular comic. A regular comic would be like about this big compared to this. And this was the biggest format you could find these characters in at the time. So this villain, Karmang, is a sorcerer from ancient Mars who destroyed most of Martian civilization back then, and absorbed everyone's soul to become immortal. And then he became evil. He's taken Black Adam out of a dimension that he was banished to, and is going to use him for his nefarious plans to destroy Superman's Earth and Captain Marvel's Earth. So Captain Marvel is from another comic company, Fawcett, and one thing led to another, and then now he's a DC Comics character, but he's on Earth S. In DC Comics at this time, Superman knows all about him, and Captain Marvel and Superman are going to fight here, but it's not what it seems. So Captain Marvel turns up on Superman's Earth and they start fighting, and Superman doesn't know what's going on. I love the big splashy layout of this. You know, this is meant to be in this giant format. Sometimes this story was reprinted in smaller, regular size, like trade paperbacks, but here, you know, it's meant to be seen in its true large format. Here we have Supergirl of the time. And I forgot to look at the credits. So this is written by Jerry Conway. Rich Buckler and Dick Giordano are the artists, and letterer is Gaspar Saldino. Adrian Roy is colorist, and Julius Schwartz is editor. And Superman created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster by special arrangement with the Jerry Siegel family. I don't know if that credit was in here. No, it wasn't. And this is around the time of the big legal battle to give credit to the creators of Superman. Because the movie is just coming out, and it lends more eyes on this whole issue, right? So here's Castle Karmang on Mars, and Superman's angry at Captain Marvel here, but he's unreasonably angry, and Supergirl is like, "What is this?" So he's being enchanted. So here Karmang recounts how he got his powers, how he destroyed all these people here to become immortal. And here a bridge is in danger on Captain Marvel's world. And so Captain Marvel tries to save the bridge, but he needs help from Miss Marvel. or sorry, Mary Marvel. I'm sorry, Marvel fans. So Mary Marvel comes to help him out as Captain Marvel takes these cars and tries to weld them into the bridge here to save it, and so they fly off. Billy Batson, who is the alter ego of Captain Marvel, has a date with this girl. So he's a kid, basically. He thought he saw Superman, so he flies out to see what's going on. Superman is trying to find Captain Marvel, and then they both fight. So, on Superman's world, Captain Marvel was really Black Adam in disguise. And so here Captain Marvel is the real Captain Marvel fighting is it Superman. So it's Superman that's gone like angry. And Captain Marvel's trying to save all the people below. And so a whole fight ensues. All this stuff is great. And Mary Marvel comes to his aid. Captain Marvel is unreasonably angry at Superman, just as Superman was unreasonably angry at Captain Marvel. And so Karmong is looking at what he's planning for these two Earths. Yet the plan is not a simple one. There are two potential threats to its success. It's like Superman and Captain Marvel. So anyways, he talks about all the destruction that he wants to wreak on these two planets. And so Superman and Captain Marvel have it out. And Mary Marvel's like, what the hell? They're both unreasonably mad. And so here they're gonna... Now this is a great splash page. This is awesome. Let's take a look at margins. So let me get to it. So margins remain about the same. So here's... so as you can see, these pages fade really quickly for the old versions. I do like buying these because I love how the art pops. These look better than the originals. I love having the originals, but I think the art on these new ones look a lot better. So there you have it. And you still have the old signature on here. All right. So they fight. I think I missed a page here. Yeah. Boom! Big splashes. People being hurt below. That's supposed to be Lois. Captain Marvel hurls a brick wall at Superman, bursts on his chest. They fight. All this super fighting. So Supergirl and Mary Marvel, they're about to fight, but then they talk it out, right? like they should. They talk about the origin of of Black Adam. They talk about the Sand Superman, which has already happened in continuity here. And so they both try to figure out what's going on. They shake hands. Meanwhile, Superman and Captain Marvel duke it out. Boom! Look at all, everyone's like, oh my god, what's going on? Mommy, I'm frightened. It's just like the blackout last July. It's alright, Susie. Tell her, Harry, like, how can I when no one knows why these heroes are fighting or what they'll do next? Yeah, this is a nice little, like, ground shot of, like, what's going on in the average family, like, down below. And, like, Superman laser blasts Captain Marvel. Meanwhile, Karmong is like, yes, they're fighting. It's awesome. Supergirl seeks out Black Adam, and Black Adam fights Supergirl. Supergirl, of course, just like Superman, vulnerable to magic. Mary Marvel is not. Mary Marvel confronts Sand Superman, which is pretty awesome. So all this stuff is in this comic. It's pretty cool. Like all these different characters. So anyways, they sort of fight, but then they talk it out. I'm a moral creature, girl. I have no liking for what I have done here this day. I mean your world no harm. And because of my own guilt, to punish myself, I plan to remain on your planet even to the moment of its destruction. So he's going to explain Karmong's plan to Mary Marvel. Meanwhile, more fighting and the army is going to get involved. And so there's more fight. I like this arrangement here. The army does attack Superman and Captain Marvel. Superman gets unreasonably mad about this. Like, I'm Superman, damn it! And he destroys the planes. They get out with parachutes, you know. So Supergirl and Mary Marvel go to Shazam himself, the wizard. And Shazam's gonna help. So what's going on? And so here Superman and Captain Marvel are going to attack this oil field. And they destroy it while they're fighting. And the wizard's like, you gotta keep fighting to keep appearances up for Karmong as Mary Marvel and Supergirl figure this all out. And so they fight even more. And so Karmong is confronted by Supergirl and Mary Marvel, but he attacks them both. Of course, his magic blast really affects Supergirl, and so Mary Marvel catches Karmong's fireball and throws it right back at his face. It's pretty cool. Superman and Captain Marvel keep fighting and destroy this whole oil field. And Superman almost destroys Captain Marvel. He's like, what have I done? And so Shazam is like, it's okay, you know, just keep fighting and all that. And kind of reveals the plan. And so Superman wakes up Captain Marvel with his eye lasers, and they're like, we've got a job to do. Meanwhile, these two are fighting Karmong, and here comes Morgan Edge, another appearance by a comic character. And so Superman and Captain Marvel, they team up, and what they're going to do, they understand what's going to happen here. So there's a machine that's going to rip apart the Earth, and this is on both planets, Superman's planet and Captain Marvel's planet. If they do anything to it, it's going to destroy the planet by not having an electromagnetic field. Like, it'll be evaporated. There'll be nothing to hold the Earth together. And so Superman figures he can hold the Earth together while this thing gets removed. And so he does that by flying around, becoming the electromagnetic field of the Earth. And Captain Marvel destroys this thing. And Supergirl and Mary Marvel banish Karmong to another dimension and fly out of their light speed before it affects them. And they do the same thing to the other Earth. Superman becomes the electromagnetic field of the other Earth. They destroy that machine. And so Mary Marvel has said that she has a crush on Superman this whole time, and so she acts the fool in front of Superman. Supergirl doesn't like this and does the same thing to Captain Marvel, not really knowing that he's a kid, under all this. And shows Mary Marvel how stupid she looks, and she understands that. And so they all laugh and go on their way, and Karmong is now in another dimension. And here on the back, inside back cover, we have a whole write-up about the whole courtroom battle between DC Comics and the comics company that held Captain Marvel. So that's pretty cool. That was on the back of the original as well, as you see here. Pretty cool stuff. Milsom Bredwell. There you go. Yeah, this is well worth getting. The story is well worth reading, and I feel like you're not really reading it properly unless you read it in this large format, because it's really made for that format. All these big, chunky panels, like this, and the splashes and everything. It's really great stuff. I know that they make Superman animated movies and seem to struggle with what to make. Make this. I know there was a short where Superman and Captain Marvel met, but make this whole big thing. This is awesome. So I hope you like going through this with me. If you like what you saw, please give a like to this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Lots of great comic book stuff on here. So until next time, take care.